Hello guys. So I have a very interesting question from one of the viewers related to my previous video when I kinda break down Ray's vision, who she really is, a little bit more in on the Kylo Ren there, and we established that Kylo Ren was another person before, that Ben Solo only became Kylo Ren later on, but first Kylo Ren, that original Kylo Ren, it was someone else. So I got one interesting question from one of the viewers, and he asked how it was possible that Ben Solo killed all of Luke Skywalker's students and forced him to retreat and go to the exile and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's very interesting question. And yeah, I have my view on that too. So what I think, it wasn't kinda Ben Solo. It wasn't Ben Solo at the first place. He wasn't like one to do this, because it would be impossible, right? It would be completely impossible, because he wouldn't be able to beat Luke Skywalker. He wouldn't be able. That's completely impossible, right? For the a young Ben Solo to beat Luke Skywalker, who also was much younger back then. Now Luke is kind of like an old man in the Force Awakens, but I think before, when he lost his academy and all his students, he was much younger man. So Ben Solo, he wouldn't be a match. He wouldn't be a match at all for a Luke Skywalker, right? It's like the only possible option. Is if Luke Skywalker actually wasn't there. He wasn't there, so then Ben Solo maybe would be able to kill all his students, to betray him and kill all his students. But that's still pretty much far-fetched, very far-fetched, because Ben Solo, he would need a very solid reason to do that, right? Very solid reason to do that. He is like a Skywalker, right? And as we see, the Anakin Skywalker, it wasn't, if it comes to Anakin Skywalker, it wasn't very easy to force him to do all these terrible things, right? It was a process for Palpatine. It was a very long process to turn Anakin to the dark side, right? It was a process, and it was very hard. He needed that argument that Padme will die and Anakin Skywalker child will die, and he's only the one who can help him, and that's only why Anakin turned to the dark side. If not that, he wouldn't probably ever turn to the dark side. So it wasn't that easy, and it's same with Ben Solo. He would need a very solid reason to do that, and it's only if Luke Skywalker wasn't there at the time, which is still a little bit far-fetched. So yes, Ben Solo wouldn't be able to beat Luke Skywalker, and there is no option. If they actually fight, the fight would look probably I don't know, daddy spanking his 5 years old kid. So Luke Skywalker wouldn't even need to kill Ben Solo. Probably he would just manhandle him without the problem, without even killing him. He would just beat him up. So yes, it was impossible for Ben Solo to do that. So he wasn't the one who actually did it. He wasn't the one who actually physically did it. It wasn't him. What I believe, what happened, it was that true Kylo Ren, that first Kylo Ren who did it, So and that explains also why the Kylo Ren it wasn't Ben Solo at the beginning. It wasn't him. It was someone else. It was someone enough powerful to face Luke Skywalker. It had to be someone like pretty equal to Luke Skywalker to make it possible, to make it even possible. And as we know, and he was probably like, as we know, Kylo Ren is like a apprentice. He was like a apprentice to Snoke. So I think yes, that first Kylo Ren, which in previous video I said that he is probably the race father, that first Kylo Ren. So yeah, he was like connected with the Snoke as well, and as we know, like Snoke doesn't want Jedi. He doesn't want Jedi around. He want to get rid of them. So that's why Knights of Ren decide on the Snoke order. They decide to kill all of these Jedi, kill all of these students to get rid of a Jedi. Snoke doesn't want Jedi around, and that's why they decide to just kill all of them. So, and it was only possible if there were someone who could actually match Luke Skywalker, because otherwise Luke Skywalker, he wouldn't let it happen. If it was like only Ben Solo there, like Luke Skywalker, he would probably handle him, and he would probably save his academy, right? He would save his students if it was only Ben Solo. So I don't think it was Ben Solo. It was that true Kylo Ren, that first Kylo Ren, who is enough powerful, to match Luke Skywalker, and they probably face each other. In that moment when the Luke students were killed, probably Luke Skywalker had to face that real Kylo Ren, and in the top of that, Kylo Ren obviously had a backup. He had the backup, and the other Knights of Ren, which I don't believe they are Force users. I don't believe they don't even they don't even look like Force users, but they are probably excellent warriors. They are like excellent fighters, excellent warriors, experienced warriors. So yes, with that being said, it was probably no problem for that to handle like the Luke Skywalker students. They were probably like kids, teenagers, I don't know, but they were like young, unexperienced, so it was no problem for the Knights of Ren to kill off all those Luke Skywalker students. And so they killed them, and at the same time Luke had to face real Kylo Ren, the first Kylo Ren, and the guy was enough powerful to match him. He was like he matched Luke Skywalker, and it was probably similar fight as we had in the Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith. And we said we have a fight between Darth Sidious and Yoda, and it was like the pretty equal fight, right? Yes, like Yoda was forced to retreat, but we don't really know who won that fight. That it's not clear who won that fight, because Yoda fall, but we saw that he was actually able to deflect that Force lightning, that Palpatine's Force lightning. He was actually able to deflect it, so they were like pretty equal to each other, like Yoda and Darth Sidious. So here it probably was like similar, the fight between the real Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker. It was pretty equal. It was pretty equal fight, and Luke Skywalker was forced. Probably Knights of Ren, they actually finished the students, the Luke Skywalker students, pretty fast. They just killed them off pretty fast, and I think that's why Luke Skywalker was forced to retreat, because he had to face that real Kylo Ren, and then on top of that he had to fight. He had to like fight also the Knights of Ren, rest of them, and he had to retreat because like he was outnumbered probably, and he was outnumbered, and he was like that other guy Kylo Ren. He was enough powerful to like fight him, and that's why Luke Skywalker had to retreat. It wasn't like Ben Solo. Like, yes, I think Ben Solo actually betrayed him. Betrayed him at some point. He betrayed him, and he joined Knights of Ren at some point. But he like wasn't like directly one who killed those Luke Skywalker students. Like maybe he killed some of them. I don't know. But I believe that actually Knights of Ren killed those students. They was responsible for killing those students. And what I predict, that's a very good question from the viewer. I think I explained it to you now. And what I believe will have Luke Skywalker. He will actually face. I don't think he will face that real Kylo Ren, that real one. And yeah, like I said in the previous video, the real Kylo Ren, he will be in the Last Jedi. He will be there, but he will be like someone entirely else. He will do someone else. Audience won't be able to recognize him as the guy he would be like an unknown guy, shady character. But I think Knights of Ren, they will be there as a Knights of Ren, rest of them. And I think in the Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker will actually fight them. He will fight them in the Last Jedi, and I think he will just win. Luke Skywalker will beat them up. He will like probably kill them all. He will just kill them all. It will be like he will just avenge his students, like killing all those Knights of Ren. That's why we know that from the interviews that Luke Skywalker will be supposedly amazing in this movie, that he will be legendary, amazing. That's why I think that will happen, that Luke Skywalker will face Knights of Ren, excluding the true Kylo Ren, that real Kylo Ren, excluding that one. But that all over rest, that he will face them and he will just beat them. He will just this time around he will be a winner. He will defeat them. At the same time he will just kind of revenge. I know the revenge is not the Jedi way, so it's not the right word for that. But I think he will just make it right. He will just make it right by just defeating Knights of Ren. But like I said, excluding that real Kylo Ren will, as I said, he's Rey's father, so I think he will probably have a duel with Rey at the end of the movie. He will like reveal himself, and he will have a duel with Rey. So yeah, that's my explanation. That's my explanation of the like Ben Solo betraying Luke. So yeah, he actually wasn't the one to kill Luke Skywalker students. He wasn't the one. However, I think he was tempted, and he like betrayed Luke, and he like ultimately joined Knights of Ren, and later on he became Kylo Ren. He replaced that real Kylo Ren. So yeah, that's my explanation. I hope you like it. And see you around.